Hello, today I get to go have a blood draw. Who's excited? I know. Last week I saw my primary care physician. She was trying to investigate if I might have a blood clotting disorder. She wanted to get some lab work done to see if I might have some sort of blood clotting issue, and she needed to get those lab orders drawn up. However, since I was there at the end of the day, she didn't have time to research it because she told me she's not very familiar with blood clotting issues and she needed to figure out which factors I might need to be tested for. So she was able to do that, and the lab orders were drawn up. I was contacted a few days ago that the lab orders were ready. However, the doctor is about 45 minutes from my home. I don't just like to drive 45 minutes, pick up the lab work, go get lab work done, and come home. It's a long drive just to go get that done. And today I actually have another appointment in the exact same city. Literally, they're right down the street from each other. So I thought I would go do that. I would pick up the lab orders, go to the laboratory, get my blood work done. The laboratory is in the exact same building as where my other doctor practices. So I can get the lab work done, go to my appointment, and come home and get all that done in one trip to the city. So hopefully that will all go well. The nurse told me she put the lab orders right at the front desk. So all I need to do is sneak in, grab the lab orders. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm sure they're behind the desk and you really shouldn't be, excuse me, I just need to get my lab orders. That's not very nice. No, I'm sure I need to go to the front desk and be like, excuse me, can I get my lab orders? And then she'll go, oh yes, here you go. And out the door I'll go and race off to get the lab work done and then go to my appointment. So that is the plan. So I need to get going because I need to get going. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Hello, we made it. We are at the clinic. I need to go inside and get my lab orders. Once I get my lab orders, then I need to go to the lab to get my blood drawn, and then I have an appointment afterwards. I have a little bit of time. I have about an hour right now, so I have plenty of time at the moment, but I should get going because I do not want to be late for my appointment. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Hello. That took much longer than anticipated. When I was called on the phone by the nurse, she told me my lab orders would be ready for me at the front desk. I went inside and told the receptionist I needed to pick up my lab orders, and I said they're up here at the front desk, and she told me, no, 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 we need to call back and talk to the nurse. So she sent a message back for the nurse. About 20 minutes later, the nurse was able to get back to her. They were very busy with patients and appointments. Anyways, the nurse sent a message back to the receptionist and said, hey, those lab orders are up at the front. All you have to do is look in this side drawer that had a folder, and then my lab orders were inside. But the nurse also gave the receptionist a fax copy of my lab orders just in case she couldn't find them. So I now have 2 sets of lab orders. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but whatever, I guess that's the way things happen. And now I really need to race off to get my blood work done at the laboratory. I usually use LabCorp, but unfortunately, I see on these lab orders that it's ordered for a different laboratory. I asked the receptionist, I said, do I need to go to this other laboratory? This other laboratory is not on my way. And she said, no, 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 you can go whatever laboratory you want. So I'm going to go to LabCorp. I'm running a little bit short on time now. I'm going to try to get these labs done. And then as soon as I get done with that, I need to race just down the hall. It's in the same building. So just down the hall, I have an appointment with another provider. So hopefully I can get this all done and have a fantastic afternoon. So we'll see you in a little while. Bye. I am back from trying to get lab work and trying to go to a doctor's appointment, and it was an utter failure all the way around. I went into LabCorp to get my lab work, and I was really hurrying because I needed to get to my appointment at my other medical provider. I went in there and they were doing as much as they could, as fast as they could. But unfortunately, my lab orders were written for a different lab. So they were trying to find these labs and they were having a really hard time. They had to call the corporate office and try to figure out what labs my doctor wanted because they were not the same tests that they have at their facility. So she was going around and around the lab technician trying to find the labs. And finally, I was just like, I'm really sorry, but it is getting really late. I need to go to my doctor's appointment. She was going to try to draw the blood, but then she found out that because it was not written properly, insurance wasn't going to cover it because there weren't the right diagnosis codes. And I said, that's fine, that's fine. I'm just going to run off to my doctor's appointment. And then the funny thing was she wrote all over the lab orders and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you're going to be able to use these. I said, well, don't worry. I have another copy. I love how that all worked out. Then I race off to my doctor's appointment. It is packed with people. I wait and wait, and I'm taken back to an exam room. I wait an hour, and I know it's just not moving fast at all. I can, I have a good ear, and I'm able to hear when the doctor is in the office. He works at another clinic in the morning, and I was listening, and I could not hear the doctor's voice. I don't think he was actually at the clinic, and I think that's why I was waiting so long, is because he hadn't come from the other clinic. So finally, I just said, I'm really sorry. I'm tired. I need to go get this lab work done. It's getting late in the day. I'm going to have to leave. And they apologized, and they didn't say if the doctor was or was not there, but it seemed like I was not going to have my appointment anytime soon. So they said, oh, we're sorry. Is it okay if the doctor calls you tomorrow for a telemedicine? And I was like, great, I love telemedicine. So now I need to take my lab orders and I need to go off to the other laboratory, which has all the right diagnosis codes and all that, and get my lab work done. And then maybe I'll be done for today. So that's a bit of an update. Bye for now. Hello. Guess what? I was able to get my blood drawn. Hallelujah. I went inside and I gave them a copy of the lab orders. I asked if it's okay if it's just the copy and not the original, and they said, oh, that was fine. They were easily able to go into the system, see exactly the tests my doctor wanted, was able to run it through. Everything's being covered by insurance with the right diagnosis codes. So I got my blood work done, and now I just have to wait for my results. So I am done. So I'm so excited. This day is finally coming to a close. So now we're going to drive home, and then I'm going to go to bed and rest because I'm very, very tired. So thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. Please also remember to comment and share. It really helps my channel. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.